This next one is definitely my 3 to 4 baby must-have. I think everybody should have it. I'm so excited to be partnering again with Miss Fong to be doing a giveaway to one of my subscribers. I rave about it. Go get it. Pause this video and add it to your cart. You will not regret it. It is so amazing. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If it's your first time here, welcome. My name is Alyssa. I'm a 24-year-old first-time mom, and my son Reese is 4 months old. And today I thought I'd go ahead and just do our 3 to 4 month baby essentials, baby must-haves. I know a lot of times people choose to do the 3 to 6 months essentials, but I think that's such a huge gap from what a baby's doing at 3 months into what they're doing at 6 months. Their needs are totally different, and so I think it'd be kind of easier if I just broke it up into 2 different chunks. I hope you find this helpful. I'll make sure to link everything in the description below, and let's get right into it. My first product is our Mamaroo swing. Now I know this is kind of controversial because some people's babies love them and some people's babies do not like them. Reese uses his every single day. It's kind of found its home in our living room. It's definitely aesthetically pleasing and it looks nice. Definitely does keep him calm and it keeps him entertained. It has a mobile that's right above it. Although the mobile is not automatic, it still can be swung and hit at and it moves and he likes looking at them. I'll usually hand him a toy at the same time to kind of have in his hand. But it's just a nice spot, somewhere to put the baby where I'm in the kitchen cooking or trying to do some laundry. He just loves that thing. So I definitely recommend getting a swing. My next baby must-have is our Sit Me Up. I went back and forth if I was gonna get this, but I ended up biting the bullet and I'm so happy that I did. I love the fact that it can fold up. So right now I have it folded up, but you can of course have it open and you can put your child right inside of it. It comes with 2 toys that hook right on, but you can also choose to hook on different toys. And it's great because Reese is at the age now where he definitely has way better head control, so he's not necessarily content reclining back all the time, and you can only do tummy time for so long. So it gives him that, you know, that freedom to kind of look around, but he can also kind of rest down when he is getting tired. This is super lightweight and super portable. We bring this almost every time we go to my parents' house on the weekends by the pool. So Reese will hang out in this on the deck. We put it at the edge of the pool at the upper deck where he can kind of just sit and watch everybody else. We put it in our living room up in the office. It's just so lightweight, so versatile, such a nice spot where Reese kind of gets that independence to look around, but you know he can also take a break and not get too tired at the same time. So I highly recommend getting a Sit Me Up. I think this specific one is one of their newer patterns. It's got cute little muted rainbows on it, and we got this one right off of Amazon. My next must-have is our Skip Hop Activity Center. I love this thing. We scooped this one up off of Facebook Marketplace for $8. I couldn't believe it. The lady was just practically giving it away because her grandson never really used it because he's too old now. And so it's mint condition, and the fact that we got it for $8 just makes it 10 times better. But Reese really started to use this more towards the 4-month mark. I think at 3 months he just didn't have the proper head control for it, but now since he's pretty much like throwing that noggin around like it's nothing, he uses it all the time. He's now getting more interested in grabbing to the toys. His focus is getting better at the same time. So it's really cool as the weeks go by to see this one tool kind of grow with him. And at the same time, he can kind of utilize different parts of the activity center depending on what he's interested in at that point in development. The bottom part is more like kind of like a balance beam, so it's better, I guess, for like their hips and to learn how to balance as opposed to like a standard jumper using that all the time. So this is definitely something that you can raise or lower it for months to come. I imagine we'll probably still be using it 2 months from now, but it definitely just is nice. And so I definitely recommend if you can get your hands on this one, do it. It keeps him entertained. I'll put Miss Rachel on in the background while he's in it, and he will just be like smiling and giggling as she's talking and teaching to him, and he's grabbing at the toys at the same time. So it's definitely a nice spot for him to get some energy out. My last big like baby gear piece that we have is our rocker. I received this again as a baby shower gift and we use it every single day. Ours is super portable and super lightweight, which was one of the main things I needed when we were getting one. It can also fold up nice and flat too, so we've taken this to my parents' house as well when Reese didn't want to sit in the Sit Me Up or he didn't have the head control. This one we used from about newborn to 3 months, and it was amazing. Now we have a little toy bar on top of it, and I'll hook on some toys for him, and he likes kicking at them and looking at them. So definitely get a rocker, one that you can move about in your house, one that folds flat for storage later on, but one that also folds flat so you can take it wherever you're going and have a spot to put your child. In terms of toys, we do have this toy bar. We got it for a baby shower gift, and it is so stinking cute. It's a nice wood natural color with white accents on it. It just kind of doubles as a decor piece when Reece isn't using it in his nursery, but he uses it almost every single day. We'll lay a little play mat down, or you can lay a blanket down, and it's awesome. You can just put it on top. He can go ahead and try and bat at the different toys. You can also hook different toys on top of it, so it's great for him to kind of look around and practice reaching for things. One thing I will say that I love about this is it can fold completely flat, and it's portable, so we can move it from different rooms depending on where we are. I know a lot of people do have the Love Every Play gym, and while it is gorgeous, I will say it is a little bit larger. So we have a 2-story house, so we need one that can kind of move up and down depending on where we are during the day, and this one definitely does that for us. So it's super, super great. I highly recommend you getting a toy bar, but when you do choose to get it, think about if you plan to keep it in one room or if you'd like the option to kind of move it around, and that's why this one is just really great for us. To go along with his little toy bar, we did end up getting a mirror. I discovered that he obviously loves looking at himself. For a while, we were just using my makeup mirror, so you definitely don't need a specific mirror, but this one just matches the aesthetic of his room, and I liked it. And this one, again, kind of just stays out for display underneath his toy bar when he's not using it. But it's great. You can kind of just adjust the different height and how much you want it to recline back, depending on if your baby's laying down, if they're sitting up, however you want it. But definitely get a mirror or find a mirror in your house. You will be surprised at how long your child stays entertained solely by looking at their own reflection and looking at your reflection when you're talking to them in it at the same time. So definitely 10 out of 10 recommend getting your child a mirror if you just like them to be independent with their play. Next for toys, we have, I believe this is called a Manhattan toy. I got it off of Amazon, but basically it just has a lot of moving different parts. You can go ahead and fold it. Lots of different spots for him to kind of grab onto because he is loving to grab onto things, but his coordination with it isn't obviously the best. He's 4 months, but it's nice. You can kind of just gnaw on the little balls at the end, and he likes the noises that it makes. You can get a bunch of different ones. I know you can get like the plastic colorful ones. They have a bunch of different versions of these on Amazon, but really, really recommend these. We actually don't have a lot of toys for Reece. We just kind of alternate through the same like 5 or 6 toys, and he stays completely entertained. I think because of the fact that they're so minimal, but they all have different little moving parts, that it's enough to keep him entertained but not overstimulated. So definitely check out getting a Manhattan toy. You can get them at Target, you can get them on Amazon. They're really, really great. Reece isn't quite teething yet, however he does still love putting things in his mouth. So we went ahead and just got this little like itsy ritzy teething mitt. You just put it right on his hand, and he loves this thing. It makes a little crinkly sound, but the top is nice and silicone, so he can kind of drool and chomp on it. And this is great. I'll put this on him when he's hanging out in his swing or hanging out in his rocker, and he's pretty much just super content trying to figure out how he wants to go about eating this. So definitely grab one of these. My next recommendation is to get a Montessori Ball. Now I'm sure you've seen these before. Love Every sells them in their kits. I think you can also get it individually from Target as well, but my amazing grandma can make them, so she makes REECE'S Montessori Balls, and he loves these things. There's so many different spots for him to try and grab into. He tries to eat it. It's got colors on the inside, so it's definitely something for him to look at. I've tried to get him more open-ended toys. I know a lot of times people like to get the bright flashing colored ones, and while those are great, I think that oftentimes he's like looking around like, okay, it stopped lighting up, now what? As opposed to kind of just looking at different spots to stare at, to grab, and the ones that he already has. I've tried to get more minimal, I guess you could say, toys, but definitely recommend one of these. It's nice and squishy. You don't have to worry about them like choking on anything. Lots of spot to grab, and he loves this thing. This next one is definitely my 3 to 4 baby must-have. I think everybody should have it. It's definitely a staple in our household. It is Crinkle books. Now this one, this cute little like rainbow vegetable one, my sister got from Target. I picked up this one where it's like ABCs. This one's from TJ Maxx, I believe. We have these everywhere. We keep them in the diaper bag, in the car, in the nursery, downstairs. We have like 5 or 6 of these because they are so great. All the pages crinkle. This one has a little like squeaker in it. He likes chewing on them, looking at them. They are by far the best toy that we ever had. Luckily, they're the least expensive toys that we have too, so it works out to our advantage. But I highly recommend you get the crinkle toys. I don't know if it's the sound, I don't know if it's the bendability, what it is, but you can put a crinkle book in front of Reece and he'll just be hanging out for like 30-40 minutes, just like devouring it, looking at it, playing with it. It's the best thing ever. So definitely invest in getting some crinkle books. I also recommend getting crinkle books where every single page is crinkly. It sounds weird to say, but a lot of times people will make like the front and the end covers crinkly, but the rest are just like normal pages. We have a couple of those and he definitely doesn't enjoy them as much. So definitely just make the investment and spend like a couple extra dollars to just get one where it's all crinkles. They're so great. Next, in terms of travel, I definitely recommend having a great diaper bag. I'm so excited to be partnering again with Miss Fong to be doing a giveaway to one of my subscribers. If you haven't seen my full video where I told you what I have packed in our summer newborn diaper bag and what my review is of this bag, I will link it above, but it is so great. If you're not familiar, it's a nice vegan leather, it's beautiful, it's nice and wipeable. Backpack straps, stroller straps, so many pockets, built-in wet bag, insulated pockets. It's honestly such a great diaper bag. If you are interested in entering the giveaway to win your own diaper bag, all you need to do is subscribe to my YouTube channel and to Miss Fong's, and then you need to go onto Instagram and follow my Instagram account and Miss Fong's. Once you have done those couple things, all you have to do is comment down below in the comments on this video what your Instagram handle is so I can go ahead and DM you if you are the giveaway winner, and you'll be sent a diaper bag for your new babe. My next must-have, if you have a baby that does have formula, is a travel formula container. Now, if you're new here, I strictly breastfed Reese for the first 2 months. Around month 3, I started having some supply issues, so we were supplementing and I was trying to pump, and now 4 months in, it's just strictly formula and whatever freezer stash I have. So when we're out and about, this thing is amazing. It has 4 different sections and I just pre-measure the amount of formula in there, and then I can just go ahead and dump this into the bottle. It makes 4 bottles right here in this little container. 10 out of 10 recommend. I think it was like $7, so super, super, super affordable, but it's definitely a must-have if you are a formula feeding mom. And then to go along with that, I also recommend the glass Dr. Brown bottles. Now, if you are a mom like me that is formula feeding, definitely just do what I do and just fill it with your water ahead of time before you go out of the house. That way you can just take your formula container and dump it right in there. But it's definitely an essential for us and definitely a must-have to have some good bottles. I think because it is summertime, a little weary of like the plastic heating up with water inside. So the glass just kind of makes me feel better. And these things are sturdy. We have accidentally dropped these plenty of times. No cracks, no chips, nothing. They're definitely a little bit more expensive, but they're definitely worth the investment. My next baby must-have is a baby carrier. I thought for sure we would be reaching for our up baby more often than we reached for our baby carrier, but it actually wasn't the case. This summer we've been doing a lot of day trips and it's just been easier to take the baby carrier, so we use it almost every single week. I ended up regretting the one I chose because it doesn't have the best back support. But if you do choose to get a baby carrier, and I highly recommend that you do, make sure you look into if it has good back support. Check those reviews because I didn't really think about that. I just thought, yeah, this is a really common brand name one, people like it. But I feel like people liked it a lot more for newborns, not a like 20-pound 4-month-old. So definitely look into it, definitely make the investment, do your research, but get a baby carrier, whether that's a wrap style or a structure style. We use ours all the time. My next must-have is to get a good playpen. I know these are like things that I feel like are a staple in a lot of people's households and no one thinks to really do a lot of research about it. But once you have found a playpen that is so lightweight and so easy to set up, you'll never go back. I talked about how we had the 4 Moms playpen that I also bought off of Facebook Marketplace, and I love how easy it is to set up, although it is extremely heavy. So I dreaded having to carry it from different locations because Reese obviously needed to nap. I have since found one. It's by the brand Baby Joy. We love it. I rave about it. Go get it. Pause this video and add it to your cart. You will not regret it. It is so amazing. It's less than 10 pounds, so it's like a feather to carry. Setup is like 2 seconds long, and it is just a 10 out of 10 recommend. Everybody should have this playpen. Reese isn't feeling so hot, and he just woke up from his nap, so he'll be joining us for the rest of the video. If you hear little baby snuffles, he's got a little stuffy nose. But my next newborn essential is the baby brezza. If you're not familiar with what this is, it's basically a baby Keurig. It can make your bottles in like 2 seconds, and once you have experience making a bottle with the baby brezza, you will never go back to having to scoop the formula for every single bottle. So basically you could just take your whole can of formula, put it into the top, you'll fill up the water pitcher, and then you can just choose the ounces and the temperature of the water that you want for your bottle. You hit start and it makes that bottle in like 2 seconds. It's such a great, convenient product if you're a formula feeding parent. My next essential is bibs. So Reese is not officially teething yet, but he is such a drooly baby. I'm about to put one on him right now because he's gonna start drooling any second, but it is amazing how great of quality the copper pearl bibs are. We probably have at least 15 of these solid white bibs. I love them because if they get any drool or any formula on them, you can just throw them right in the wash with the whites and we bleach ours and we've never had a problem. But they're just so great. Reese drools all day long, so it keeps him from being soaked. He's also kind of a messy bottle drinker, and so it's nice to kind of catch that milk that he just lets dribble off his face. But definitely recommend getting some bandana bibs. These are fantastic. They come in a pack of 4, and we got them right off of Amazon. My next essential is to get the Boone bottle brush set. I never thought I would consider a bottle brush set an essential until I went through 3 different ones trying to find the right fit. So like I said, we use the glass Dr. Brown bottle. There's obviously a lot of pieces and I have to make sure I wash all of them every single time so there's nothing gross growing in them. And this is the one where I found where it has a piece for every part of the bottle. I clean the main part of the bottle with a big one. This one gets like the little green tubes in the top part. This one works great for getting inside the nipples. And then I use this one to do like the white rims on the outside. It's truly like a one in all. When you get the Dr. Brown bottles, it comes with one of these where it's just like to clean the green parts, but I'm like, well, how do you get your hand into the rest of the parts of the bottle? I bought ones where there was just this, but the bristles were either too flimsy or too sturdy and it didn't work right, and so this is fantastic. Spend the extra little bit of money to get the set. Don't make the same mistake I did, trying to get by with just buying, you know, like the single munchkin one. Get the set, it's amazing, and it'll make your life 10 times easier. Alright guys, that pretty much does it for my baby must-haves for 3 to 4 months old. Again, your essentials might be slightly different than mine, but I do try and keep it pretty minimal in the sense of what's practical and what can have multiple uses and have good longevity at the same time. If you found this video helpful, please make sure to like and subscribe. It really does help my channel. Comment down below what your #1 3 to 4 month essential is, and I will catch you guys in our next video. Bye.